Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So we have finally a pretty busy day for us. So it's been a little bit on the slower side of the scale since I got back from Classic Hunters in the Dragon and Formula Drift. So been a little bit stressing, but people are finally starting to, start hitting me back up. So basically what we got going on today, mind you for all the interruptions you're trying to get in, but basically starting off the day, we got a quick guy that was like a friend of a friend of a friend type thing. Has some sort of car, needs an oil cooler bracket welded up, and then so that should be a really quick one hopefully. And then we have an exhaust system to be building, a stainless exhaust for I think it's an EK Civic. And then we also have my good friend Iori. She's also a content creator, and she has her really awesome FD RX-7 that she needs just some charge pipe modified. So we're gonna get down to the shop. It is about 8:35 in the morning. And yeah, let's have a good day. And since most of you guys probably haven't watched the last video because you hate me, I got a new Sparco. So this is the QRTR. I know you can't really see it behind me here, but yeah, Sparco QRTR for this thing. Bought it at Evasive Motorsports while I was out in California. Freaking love it. So at the end of the other video, when I posted it and installed it, I was having some issues with fitment because of it just felt like I was sitting really weird and cockeyed. Well, it turns out I was because I'm put one of the bolts in a lower position than the other. So now that this thing's all set and right where I need it to be, freaking love this seat. It's just tight enough to hold me in good in the corners and still a whole new level of confidence, but it's roomy enough that I can actually move my legs around, so I'm not feeling constricted, But anyway, whatever. Just wanted to show that off again because I'm proud of it. So let's get back. Let's get down to the shop. Boy finally got wheels and stuff put on. Looks like Efren finally got his wheels and suspension put on. I don't know if he got coils or if he got shock spring combo like I did, but looks pretty good. What do you guys think? I don't know if I ever showed you guys, but I had my buddy Caveman make me a banner. So I just drilled some holes in the bottom plate and just used some zip ties to hang it up. But looks pretty good to me. What do you guys think? I think it's cool. And it just makes it easier for people to find the shop because you have the one door marking above the door, but it's tiny. So when I give people the unit number, nobody can ever find it. But as for this boy, looking pretty minty. Sheesh. Now this boy just missing some arrow. Not too shabby. Alright, so just finished up oil cooler mounts on the 370. And now look who has finally shown up. What's up? I don't know that I've actually got to see this thing in person yet.
Oh yeah, it just lives in you, man. I can hear it when you hit the curb.
I know, I'm so sorry, I didn't see that.
Oh, you hit the curb?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
It's hit so much stuff in this car. At least it's just
Yeah. Is that why you were driving this one then?
Yeah, and we're doing some troubleshooting on the
the tune?
vacuum system we just tried to do. So.
A turbo timer?
What's that?
Is that a turbo timer or something that I hear?
No, that's the seatbelt chime.
Oh, the key was on?
Yeah.
Yeah, these things are so dope.
It's been a pain for the past few days. All of the, push down. All of the cables get stretched out over time.
Oh, so getting
They only sell left-hand drive ones.
Oh, you can't even get one from back home?
Oh, we probably can. She'll have to go back home though.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't just call your
Expensive.
mom and ask her to buy you one or something?
It requires title to purchase any parts.
Really?
Yeah.
From dealerships out there?
Yeah.
Or just in general?
Anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah.
That's insane. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's pretty
So that
I smell.
electrical smell is from here.
Oh, to me that smells like Cerakote.
I smell it's electrical. Yeah. What's that noise?
Sounds like radiator boiling.
Oh, I see the leak right here.
It's hot.
Oh, it's still cooking?
It's pretty warm, but we can just.
Alright, so what is up, guys? Now this is not the main star, I guess, of the video, but this is one of the stars. So as you can see, this is my good friend Iori. She is from Okinawa,
Okinawa.
and this would be husband, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because I know there's controversy on your Instagram story since everybody, for whatever reason, yeah. So husband, DJ, and yeah, this is the beautiful FD RX-7. So we're just doing a quick little charge pipe. As you can see, it's all aluminum on this side, just the plastic sleeve that's over there. So we're just changing that to aluminum. But I thought it'd be cool to include this little car in the video. And if you guys don't already know who she is, which I'm sure most of you guys do, because she's got a massive Instagram following. She's also one of the main social media people at Vivid. So it's because of her that I now have part of that affiliate program. So yeah, that's one of the best ways you guys can now support the channel, besides, you know, doing the normal, you know, liking, sharing, all that stuff, getting the views and stuff. But yeah, so it's a quick little job. Knocked out that 370Z. I just got a quick snippet of that. Just mounted some oil cooler brackets to it. Nothing crazy, but yeah, it's just really cool getting to see these cars and then getting to work on them, even just a little bit. I mean, coming from doing mostly Hondas, this is a really nice change of pace. Hopefully we can get stuff like this in here a lot more often.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. As usual, losing. Oh, this might not be. It won't fit.
I got smaller ones.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so what we're working with here, so he was just telling me this is a Greddy, you know, what was this called again? What portion would you call this? Okay, Greddy intake elbow, and I guess because there is a lot of different intercooler options like on the market for bolt-on kits, this is kind of like a generally universal section, but a lot of people apparently like to make their own, for lack of a better term, ghetto pieces to go from this point to this point. So we're going to basically just bolt this on right up there, and we just got to make a piece to go. This coupler is just going to get moved to right there, and we're going to work with this HKS elbow right here and just build the elbow up to the coupler that's going to be on this piece. So pretty much straight with a slight bend up there, so nothing super intricate, but you know, it's something that apparently a lot of these FD guys have issues with. So we're going to make that a much cleaner solution, because he was just telling me that a lot of these guys run like a butt ton of couplers and, you know, just chop up cheap little pieces to make it work. And if it works, it works, but at the same time, like, you kind of get what you pay for in that sense, because more couplers means more chances of failure. So we're going to make sure it's solid. And I know most of you guys aren't rotary dudes. I had my FC, if you guys remember, back on the channel, so it's cool. It goes Burt, so we like it. And it makes all the cool fireballs, right?
Yes.
Right. Alright, so kind of an awkward measurement because this is a cast piece, so it's like 2 3/4 outer almost with 2.5 ID. So in this case, I just found that 3-inch works good for me. So we're just going to slip joint it like that. Got plenty of flow going through there, so really all we got to do is get it to go from there to inside the coupler. Now, took my angle finder here. It's roughly about 33 degrees, 35 degrees, somewhere in that ballpark. So I think I might have a couple pie cuts. We might be able to just use that, make it quick and easy, or I can dig through my parts bin and see if I have any pre-bent sections. But yeah, I'm gonna just do some digging really quick, and then we can get this all pieced together. So we're looking pretty good. So I just did 3 pie cuts there with the bead roll inside the coupler, and then just kind of eyeballed this piece, and now we just cut it, and we're looking pretty minty. So attach it just like that, weld the joints, you know, the whole shebang. So nothing super crazy. And then HKS blow-off valve over there. So I'm gonna try and squeeze that in here somewhere. But yeah, it'll be cool. So I'm gonna go ahead, position this up, tack it together, double check the fitment, and I'll show you guys that part. So this is what we're looking like, and just did the final test fit. Fits pretty darn good. So we are gonna also be adding a HKS blow-off valve. So this was the one that was on here before, but it was just kind of MacGyvered in there. So we were just trying to see if we could fit it up here, but with all the components still in place, not much room. So we're gonna try and squeeze it down in here. And yeah, got a mark made there, so we'll see if that works. Got this thing all put back together now. It's looking pretty minty, so it fits perfect. So all that's left now is to just add the blow-off valve. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick so they can get this thing back together. But I'm stoked on this. I even added the badge just for the aesthetic touch, because it's already got obviously the HKS and the Greddy, but I wanted to jump in on the mix too, so on to the next part. This one didn't happen to be one of my prettiest welds, but we had to cut it super stubby because it's a very tight spot, so I was just filling a lot of gap, but it's definitely solid, so this thing's ready to go back together. So are you excited?
I am. Looks good, actually. It's gonna be good. I'm not worried about
Yeah. So yeah, this guy is kind of weird because I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but this little guy is the intercooler on this thing. So I'm used to seeing like heavily modified FDs where it's all V-mount and everything up here, so it's kind of tricky. But yeah, we'll shove that down in there. But if you guys have ever used an HKS super sequential blow-off valve, you know that these V-bands or the C-clip is like stupid hard. So yeah, good luck with that.
What a strange.
Almost. There we go. Perfect. Oh no.
Actually, let me get this in solid and then.
One of these days, I really want to get another FC.
Yes.
Like, the FDs are really cool, but like, I just like the square style more. But like, one of these days, I miss mine. Oh yeah, no, I would love to. Mine was, I wish I would have never got rid of mine. It was an 88 10-year anniversary bronze glass T2, but it didn't have the turbo motor in it. It was like hand-me-down 5 times over. So it just had a 13B in it, but it had like teen suspension, katana wheels, like a nice body kit on it. It was set up for like a happy mix of street car / drift sled. But I was just too young and naive to know what I was playing with or how to afford it. Like, I did the motor swap, put a healthy 13B in, and then I broke the MAF sensor without knowing how MAF sensors operated. So I always had to start with starting fluid, and then I never got to keep it. So I got tired of it, couldn't afford it, so I just traded it for like a Turbo Integra. And dumbest decision of my life, I swear. So one of these days, but absolutely freaking gorgeous. Love this thing. Alright, so they are heading out. It was really fun getting to work on that. Not a crazy job, but pretty fun one nonetheless. So next up, we are now moving on to, I guess, the main part of the video, which is this very stock looking EK Civic. Now, it's got a muffler delete on it right now, not by the kid's choice. He bought it like that. He does not like it, so that's what we're here to fix. We're going to build a 2.5-inch stainless catback for this guy. So let's get this thing pulled in. And Efren and Javi actually just tinted it for the kid, so yeah, we're looking pretty fresh. So can't roll the windows down though because it was just done. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thing in, get it loaded up on the lift. And I do believe he said there's an exhaust on here just without a muffler, so we can at least reuse that front flange and then just work back from there. So I just got this thing up in the air, and the first thing I went to check is for the flange. And let me grab a flashlight. Look at just how crusty that is. Like, I don't even know if the camera is going to do that justice. So I am going to really try to get this thing apart. It's going to weld like dog piss, so I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, definitely don't blame the kid for wanting to do a new exhaust. So it does have a stock cat. Actually, that sounds... The shield on the top is rattling quite a bit, so I don't know. I could tell just by pulling it in, the little bit that I got to drive it, that it definitely needs some work done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a free inspection for the kid, just make him a list of things that I would change out. Like, yeah, it's an old Honda. He just picked it up recently, so I figured just do it now while I have it up on the lift and I'm in the middle of doing all this. Let the kid know. Be that nice guy. That's what keeps people coming back, when you're truthful, honest, whatever, and when you're just nice. So yeah, I'll just tell the kid like, hey, by the way, while I had the car in the air, this is the type of stuff that I was seeing. So not that I'm going to try and upsell and be like, oh, you need to do this right now, you have to come to me type thing, but I've learned it makes people feel comfortable, more comfortable with you. So anyway, enough of that. Yeah, I'm going to try and break these things free and get a head start on this stuff, so I will catch you guys in a few minutes, hopefully, if this doesn't take too long. Okay, I just tried. There's no way in hell these bolts are coming loose, and I don't have a torch. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut the bolts off, and hopefully the flanges themselves even separate, because I have new bolts, I can just replace the bolts. But yeah, this car is definitely not an Arizona car. Every bit of suspension like up front is just brown with rust. Like it's bad for me. I mean, I'm sure some of you northern guys are like, oh, ain't nothing, but that's a lot for Arizona, let me tell you. The flanges were way too rusted. There's nothing I could do. I tried cutting them off. There's one of them down there. But yeah, so basically what I ended up doing is I kind of MacGyvered it because the kid didn't have anything else to go on, so we made it work. So what we got here is I just used an extra V-band. I'll just eat the 30 bucks or whatever. So pretty much what I did is I just had a 2.5 inch piece of pipe, and I just welded it to the end of the flange because I tried splitting them apart, but then this end was not able to get all the studs out. So yeah, so I basically just welded 2.5 inch pipe to that, added the V-band onto that, and then just tried to, you know, round it off, make it look a little bit more clean. Not that he cares, I'm sure, because whatever, I'm sure he's worried more about the rest. So now, after doing all that, now we can start building the exhaust. So from here, 2.5 inch back to the muffler. Chipping away, making steady progress at this thing. So right now, we've got it all tacked up into the control arm right here. So it's coming out just above me. So that's where I'm going to add the second V-band. So in the meantime, because I really need to buy a second one of these exhaust stands, they're just kind of pricey. So I'm going to go ahead and add the hangers, probably 2 hangers, so that way I can hold this section up in the air, well, up to the car. And then I'm going to go ahead and build this other section, and partially the reason I got to do that is because I left the muffler in the trunk. So don't feel like dropping all that to lower the car down to get to the trunk, so we're just going to add the hangers now, just rearrange the steps a little bit. But it's looking pretty darn good so far, so he should be stoked. What's up, guys? We are back. Next day, just had some lunch, just got out of church, did all that stuff. So it is Sunday, if you guys didn't figure that part out yet. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead, we're going to button up this exhaust, and hopefully the guy is stoked on it. So again, like we ended in the last clip, I'm just going to pull everything down. I'm going to start with this back muffler section really quick. We're just going to throw you up on the time lapse, and we are just going to weld. This thing finally welded up. I'm stoked. Looks good. I'm gonna let the pipe finish cooling for a minute because it is still a little bit warm to the touch. And we'll put this up. Hangers are already done, so we're good to bolt this thing up and send her out of here. So what do you guys say? We fire it up really quick, make sure there's no leaks, and hear how it sounds. Okay, so I think the Civic sounds pretty good. What do you guys think? Well, wrong way. But anyways, I think he's going to like it. There's only just a tiny bit of rasp, and that's like right around 445. It's kind of more of like a buzz. But he doesn't also have a resonator. He just has a cat and the Spaylab muffler. So if he ever decided to put a resonator on, it would clear that up completely. But it's probably going to sound just fine under load, so I'm not even really concerned with it. I'm sure he will be very appreciative because I'm sure it sounds better than what he had on there before. But today was a pretty cool day. Well, the last 2 days, getting to work on the FD, getting to tweak that 370Z a little bit, getting to build this thing a very nice stainless exhaust, and I am stoked. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these style of videos, hanging out, just working in the shop with me. Until we can get money to, work on my own stuff. Anyways, if you want to help support the channel, by all means, if you feel so inclined to do so, I have a P.O. box you can send stuff to. I have a big cartel where you can find my merch and some of my metal products. And then if you're ever local and you want to get something done, just hit me up at Sadowski Fabrication on Instagram. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and do what you love. Figure out the rest. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.